Cup, we are going into our round 4 for our group stage. So I'm super excited. Everything has been going really great today. We've seen some really fun matches, lots of really clutch plays at the very end of games, which is always super exciting. So our next one will be up Sugar-Coated Bonbons versus Hxagon. Before we get into that, I just want to make a quick announcement. If you are not in the Fresh Cup Discord server, you totally should, because there's plenty of opportunity for you to meet other new players. I just put the link in Twitch chat. Be sure to come join us, meet players, create teams, have a great time, and it's an awesome place to, get things going for next month. So it'll be really great to see you all there. We're just readying up in the lobby right now, and we should be getting into this soon. I'm so excited. How about you?
I'm really, really excited. Most of the teams have been pretty evenly matched, and we've seen really, really, really great games throughout the sets. So it is going to be great. I know it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I just have been having an awesome time, and everything's been really great. The matches that we've been seeing have been pretty solidly matched, and that's always really nice to watch during a tournament, too. Not a lot of very quick knockouts.
Yeah. And here we are on Piranha Pit Splat Zones. Hello.
I stumble over that all the time. So here we are, another 2-zone map, and it looks like coming in, we have Sugar-Coated Bonbons is the orange team and Hxagon for the purple team. So already 3-down situation on the side of Sugar-Coated Bonbons very quickly. So Hxagon, making some moves and creating some really good plays to kind of bring them down very fast and take zones.
But this definitely is one of the map mode combos that you can easily come back from, just seeing how close the zones are together and how small the zones are.
Completely. I think, anytime that you have that opportunity to even though, you might not get the lead in that first minute or so, there's plenty of opportunity to come back.
Yeah, for sure. But I think what is unique about this level is just the conveyor belts that fling you onto the zones. So definitely to be aware of long-ranged weapons, splatlings sometimes camp there, dualies, squelchers. So just to be aware of where the other team is.
I completely agree. I think that it's so awesome to be able to kind of set up there and camp. And even as a slosher player, I like to do that, kind of go back and forth and then, build my special and fall into zone like you were saying. And if you're just having a good time too, it's fun to just kind of jump off those.
Yeah, for sure. And it looked like one member of Hxagon tried to go in for a flank. I don't know what happened to him, but that is definitely something that you can do in this map. There is an ink rail that leads off to that side of the map. If you look in the distance right there, that member of Hxagon is trying to pull a flank. So that's definitely something you can do if you are a Slayer.
Yeah, I see him right back there, coming up back from the map, painting as they go, kind of slow. They're going to try to make sure, because this is the opportunity. Sugar-Coated Bonbons had it right there that if they get zones back, they could get the lead here. And there we go. They were able to get the lead. So it's not a big penalty on the side of Hxagon, but definitely something to consider.
And notice how close this match is. 70-72. That's crazy. That's crazy close.
Yeah.
And control just keeps going back and forth. So it's not even like one team is losing it and taking it back and losing it, taking it back. They're just trading it back and forth.
No, I completely agree. It's kind of chaos when you think of it like that. That it's been neutral so much this game.
But that is 3 down on the side of the Bonbons. So we'll see if, or I guess it was all 4 down. So maybe, wait. Was I mistaken? I don't know. They keep switching the colors so that I'm confused.
No, I totally understand what you mean. That happens to me all the time. It's really difficult to tell sometimes too because of how someone respawns when they're up or down and if it's a full team wipe.
Yep.
But I think it was, and I think that's what gave the opportunity for Hxagon to kind of take lead with a pretty strong lead considering what our match has been at so far.
Yeah, but that definitely doesn't mean that the Bonbons are counted up. I just love saying their name.
Yeah. I love the names that we've seen too. It's always so exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Now, just for clarification, are all weapons allowed in this tournament? So including new weapons that came out recently?
I had thought that I know for sure the new map was not allowed, but I'm not completely sure about the new weapons. There was kind of an update that was put out, so let me just take a look.
I'm just asking because I think there is a ballpoint. It's a little blurry on my screen, but
yeah. So it was announced.
Yeah,
it was announced on July 2nd that the new map and weapons would not be allowed in day 2 of the tournament. So I'm not exactly sure how the TOs are going to handle this on the side of Hxagon, because you're right, they are running a ballpoint. So that's going to be, yeah. They're
okay.
Yeah.
So it's likely that on the side of Hexagons, even though they have the lead, they may forfeit the game because of their ballpoint usage. Illegal pen. Yeah, I believe so, chat.
Thank you for pointing that out. I actually was not looking at chat. So unfortunately, yeah, that is the win will go to Sugar-Coated Bonbons for that, just for, a rule break on the side there. So, I think the TOs, I'm just kind of trying to reach out here. I think the TOs will reach out to them to make sure that they know that that weapon is not allowed.
But that player playing the ballpoint was on fire.
Oh, yeah.
The ballpoint is banned just because it was released too recently, so the new map is not in the map list, and the new weapons are also not allowed just for this tournament. I believe it will probably be allowed next tournament.
Yes, 100% they'll be allowed next tournament, but simply because of the timing of this, that the new map and weapons did come out just that night actually of last week. I think that it's a little too soon to be able to kind of let people play them, because there are a lot of people who may have been on vacation even, like the week between, didn't have the opportunity to play. I think that was kind of the reason of the organizers to do that.
Yeah, just to make it fair, like a fair playing field for all of the
yes,
the players. I read chat. Sounds pretty on point to me.
That's what chat said. On point.
Yeah, on point.
Perfect pun right there. They're definitely terrifying to face, though. Having faced them in a couple of different games so far, it's a scary weapon to go up against. I'm usually kind of intimidated by heavies in general, but having that is something that, I was a little shaken.
Yeah, and yep. I personally don't like it very much, but maybe I'll grow to like it more.
Yeah. So how we were talking about kind of Snapper Canal tower control, this is another map that you can very easily fall into the water. So it's something to be said that, we want to make sure that you're really paying attention to where the tower is on this. And it looks like Hxagon either got the memo or decided not to play it for this one, but there is no ballpoint this time.
But they decided to trade it for a heavy, so it's pretty comparable in my opinion versus like, other than the you can shoot forever thing, but whatever.
Completely true. And so far it looks like that they do have control of the tower, and they're working to push forward pretty good into Sugar-Coated Bonbon's base and kind of try to lock them out into their spawn.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty strong push on the side of Hxagon. They're not letting that DQ'd match in the first round. They're not letting it get to them.
No way. And that's simply sometimes people forget some of the rules. And if you've been playing a weapon for every day since it's come out, it might just be something that you hadn't thought of. So no harm, no foul. And you're absolutely right. They're not letting it get to them. Was that a full team wipe on the side of Sugar-Coated Bonbons? Definitely 3-down situation for them.
Definitely. And I saw that person almost fell into the water.
Yeah.
And I almost cheated. I was like so close.
Me too. I just find it so fun when that happens. Even when someone splashdowns into the water is always really exciting.
Yeah. I call Splatoon diving simulator.
Oh. It's so true. I think someone who was new to the game had just told me a story that they were like, but wait, squids can swim. Why is water bad? And, you know.
And then you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof, nice knife.
Yeah, the sniper has been doing some really great shots here so far.
And all of Hxagon's team is just all packed together, which is great, but not stuck together so much that they can easily get killed together. But they're definitely really making a strong push right there.
For sure. And that GooTuber on the side of Sugar-Coated Bonbons is able to get that nice pick that's going to actually allow them to try to finally start to make their push because not many people, unfortunately, they go to 2 down again. So that's going to be kind of tough there. So we're going to get a picture-in-picture here of that jump in. Like you were talking about, yeah.
The really, really close jump, like 1 pixel of ink saved that squid's life.
Mm-hmm. Nice job there on that double from DMM, I guess is that player. Popping that inkjet, though, to kind of create a little bit of resistance to try to pressure some of the members of Sugar-Coated Bonbons from coming forward. But they do go down in a 2v1 situation. So, you know, each time I think that this is an opportunity for them to take tower and begin to make a push. Unfortunately, I'm wrong.
And it was worth noting that they inkjetted on top of the grates, which makes it so that you can't really fly. You just kind of like sit on the grates.
Yeah.
You guys have probably seen that if you've played the Octo expansion. Very frustrating.
Very true. Definitely something to consider too on this map where you have so many great options that it's very difficult to kind of move through some of these if you're not paying attention to where things are.
Yeah. And that Stingray gets taken out quite quickly by Hxagon. Dude, this guy's like an expert at throwing walls. Like, I can't throw walls for the life of me.
Yeah.
Every time I try to throw on the tower, it's just somewhere on the ground. And I'm like, well, okay.
No, I think that's, something to be said. There, it looks like they were doing exactly what you were talking about. They had 3 members on the tower trying to break through that checkpoint. They got through very quickly. 2 went down, but they were able to kind of push it through to the end.
And Hxagon did not let that DQ stop them from winning.
Yeah.
They played a really, really strong game. Awesome. Well, that brings it to a game 3 with Clan Blitz on, is it Mako Mart or Mako Mart?
This contested all the time. So my whole life, I used to go fishing, living on Long Island. You would always go out on a boat, whatever. So I always called it Mako because that was like what I had heard. You would go, Mako fishing. It's a type of shark. But then a lot of people had said that in Japan, Mako is actually pronounced Mako. So I kind of swapped over because that was like where I felt it was necessary. But I'm not sure. What do you think?
I say Mako because that's just the first thing that pops up when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I read things like an Asian, it's very strange.
Yeah, so I think I say Mako too. So I think that's kind of where I've been.
The jump.
It's the jump in slow motion.
The jump, slow-mo jump. Let's go.
I really thought they were gonna go, and that you're right. 1 pixel of ink.
The 1 pixel, the head, the contact of the head on the tower.
Wonderful, wonderful jump there. And, definitely something that as kind of this spectator commentator role, it's always fun to watch people fall in the water. But as a player, it's terrible.
especially if someone else is watching you and commentating your plays.
Yes, exactly. So here we go, Clam Blitz on Mako Mart. I love Clam Blitz on this map. I really do. It's one of my favorite ones.
I just don't like this map. I really don't.
No?
I can't play it. Like, every time I play it, I just don't know what to do.
I understand. There's a lot of different avenues you can take. The height is weird in this map. And I guess that's why I like it as playing as a slosher. I feel like I can go over those boxes a little bit easier.
For sure.
So it looks like here, so far, you know, the team, it looks like both teams are kind of playing the same idea where they're going to collect a few clams on the sides before they begin to break into mid, which is something that is really good about this map because not a lot of clams spawn in mid. So you need to be aware of where these locations are before you can kind of begin to make your push forward.
Yeah. So definitely building those specials, collecting those clams, and oh no, the whiff!
Yikes. That's a really difficult thing about this map too. If you throw a power clam and you miss like that, it takes a really long time and it's very difficult to get back to it, but you can actually jump. And if you jump enough, the power clam will kind of magnetize towards you so you can pick it back up. And it looks like this is a ball break on the side of Hxagon, so they are able to get that power clam in and get a couple, maybe just one loose clam in before Sugar-Coated Bonbons shuts that down.
Yeah, definitely. I just think there's a lot of different, like you were saying before, there's a lot of different ways you can clams in. I've experienced a lot of people flanking around the back and like having people jump up to that top ledge to throw it into the basket, and that is it gets pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, that's something that I don't see as much in solo queue as I would kind of like to see. Definitely remembering that flank.
For sure. Oh, the whiff replay.
So painful. But it looks like Hxagon is able to get a second power clam in before they go down again. And a couple of members look like they're trying to collect a few more to get around, but they decide to back off, which is going to cause the barrier to close again and give another power clam on the side of Sugar-Coated Bonbons.
I think that the Bonbons definitely need to get that turf and move forward with their push, but I feel like Hxagon is playing a really, really strong game.
I completely agree. I mean, we're, halfway through this match so far as time goes, and, Hxagon has gotten 2 power clams in pretty, I don't want to say easily, but solo pushes. They're not really kind of coming together where it looks like here, Sugar-Coated Bonbons, they miss again.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, no! That's so sad.
They do have a second power clam, but unfortunately they go down. I think someone was able to pick up that first one, though. Yes, they were able to jump high enough to get that first one and get it into the basket. But it's not going to do much more for them other than end that push, and the second power clam will despawn.
Yeah. And right away, Hxagon opens that basket again, throwing 2 power clams in at once, almost the third one.
That was a beautiful jump there, too. Throwing that power clam in mid-jump, great shot there.
And from the side, too? No one would expect it.
No way. And now, they just need kind of 2 power clams and a couple of loose ones in order to make this match a knockout. And they do have at least one, looks like almost a second one, but the bubbles are coming out, and that might kind of be this opportunity. Oh, no. Gotten by those missiles.
Yeah. But bubbles are very strong on clams. Just to, hide in the bubbles.
Yes.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I get frustrated playing opposite. There's definitely, you're the person that I'm like, where are they? Where are they?
And I just keep shooting the bubbles, and you're like, okay. But this seems like an opportune time for... never mind.
Here's another power clam going in on the side of Hxagon, and it looks like, that player goes down. There's a second one in, so if they have a third one, they can knock this out. Otherwise, it would just take a couple loose ones, but I don't think they're going to get there fast enough. It looks like Sugar-Coated Bonbons is able to close that down and give another 20-point penalty on the side of Hxagon.
And just keep in mind that 20-point penalty is a whole clam, so it's like not something to scoff at.
And I think right now, even though they're pretty close to making these power clams, I don't think that they're going to be able to knock it out in time. And I think it's just going to go to time with, you know, if Sugar-Coated Bonbons can get a play together where they have a couple of power clams, they can do this.
I think the overtime pushes are definitely like can be really crazy. Oh no, but it looks like it's a team wipe for the Bonbons.
Oh, bummer. That is a team wipe. We see the Booyahs coming out on the side of Hxagon, and that will be the end of overtime. So that was a great play by both teams. You know, Hxagon played really well, as we could see, and I think Sugar-Coated Bonbons held their own against them. So, you know, it was a really great set.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really looking forward to seeing both teams back at it again.
Me too.
And if you just look at the ranks, the Bonbons really held their own, and their ranks are lower than those of Hxagon. So I think that's really, really impressive.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's what's so nice about this tournament as well, that a lot of the players, you know, they might not be new to Splatoon, but they're new a little bit more to competitive. So seeing those ranks is always really interesting because you can see that not everyone is the same rank. And some of these teams are really, really new. You know, maybe they're B+ and A rank, and a lot of them are back in X. So, you know, it's really exciting to see all these matchups come together, and I'm super happy.
And it's really, really cool to see them develop teamwork, because I feel like being able to work as a team will effectively it will motivate people to be a better player and to just have that one up to be able to work in a team, because that's not something that people are used to.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that, you know, it's kind of difficult when you're not used to playing in a team to create that communication. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I am still kind of new to the competitive team compared to some of the players. I've only been on a team for like 2-3 months-ish. So it's like really interesting to be able to like say things and like do the things that you say you're gonna do.
Completely. I think that it's definitely something that, you know, it takes a lot of practice as a team, and not everyone can do it. And I think that, you know, you need to work really hard. And we definitely have a couple of coaches who coach some really top teams here in this building actually right now, who can say that, you know, it takes a lot of work to make sure that that teamwork comes together.
For sure. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to seeing where these teams will go.
Yeah.
Because awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. So we're going to take one more quick break before we come back with our final group of Killer Bees versus Team Zero. So stay tuned, and we will see you all.